wear my Doncaster Rovers scarf with absolute pride today. So, it's been a couple of days since the news was announced. However, I want to talk about what's been going on with Rovers recently. So there's other things that's been going off with the new kit launch, which I'll go on about in a separate video. Coppin just staying for one more season. I'll talk about that in a separate video, and hopefully I'll send it to him on Instagram if he likes it. Thank you. But I want to talk about this first of all. The Watsons, co-shareholders in Rovers, they are stepping away after 14 years, and the shares will be just split around with the current shareholders. So the Watson family they're not stepping away from the club completely. They're just, they're going to be like ambassadors kind of thing. Like, they're not going to be involved with the club financially, like shareholder wise, but they'll still get involved with the club whenever they can. And I just wanted to take this video as an opportunity to share with you the article from the Free Press, to talk about exactly what's happening, and also share my thoughts on this. And I've got nothing but positives for the Watsons. So before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe for more Doncaster Rovers content, and of course football and basketball as well. And let's talk about what is said on the article from the Free Press. So the Free Press are officially reporting that Andrew Watson and Sarah Fowler, the children of the late Dick Watson, have given up their shareholding in the club, with the former also standing down as vice chairman and director. Any liabilities and loans owed to the family have been written off, while both will continue to have ambassadorial roles within the club. It brings to end the family's 14-year ownership of Rovers, which started when Dick Watson bought into the club alongside Terry Bramall to create the Triumvirate with John Ryan, which helped bring a period of great success for Rovers. Andrew Watson said in a statement, "As a family, we've been proud to have been part of Doncaster Rovers for more than 15 years. We have loved every minute of our time as directors, and I know Dad did too. We've had some truly wonderful memories and moments such as Cardiff, Wembley and Brentford will be cherished by our family forever." For those of you who don't know what that is, they played at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff in the Johnson Paint Trophy final against Bristol Rovers. Wembley, when we got promoted against Leeds United 1-0 to get to the Championship for the first time in 50 years. And of course Brentford, that last minute goal to give us the League One title on the last day ahead of Bournemouth, to put Brentford in the playoffs and take us back to the Championship. Even if it was just for one season, it was absolutely worth it. However, from a personal perspective, since the passing of Dad, the pressure of being an owner and the enjoyment of being a fan have been hard to combine. This is something we've discussed openly with Terry, David and Gavin, of course Gavin Baldwin, the CEO, over the past 2 years, and our resignation has been a discussed move during that time. We are incredibly proud of what the club have achieved both on and off the pitch during the past 2 decades, including multiple promotions, cup runs, and of course the significant impact the club has made in the community through the foundation and the sports college. We wish to thank all Doncaster Rovers fans for their continued support, and of course Terry, David, Gavin and their families. So the Tickle-based Watson family have invested more than £14 million into the club according to Rovers. Siblings Andrew and Sarah each laterally held a 12.5% stake in Club Doncaster Limited, the parent organisation which owns more than 98% of Doncaster Rovers Limited. So that combined 25% shareholding in the club will now be split between Bramall, CEO Gavin Baldwin and Chairman David Blunt following the departures. Following the death of Dick Watson in 2017, his 49% share in Club Doncaster passed to his wife Marion, and a reshuffling of the Club Doncaster shareholding, with the Watson and Bramall stakes being reduced and those of Baldwin and increasing to give all 4 parties a 25% stake each. And of course last year Marion split her share between Andrew and Sarah. So that is the official article. Now, my thoughts on this. To the Watson family, thank you. Thank you for 14 years of incredible memories. Incredible, brilliant, amazing, cherished memories. Those 3 locations I will never forget as a Doncaster Rovers fan. Cardiff in the Johnson Paint Trophy final, the Millennium Stadium. Wembley, when we played Leeds to get into the Championship for the first time in 50 years, when we played that brilliant football under the manager. And of course that game against Brentford at Griffin Park. Of course, that's being closed now. That's going to become replaced by a brand new stadium for when Brentford possibly get into the Premier League next season. For next season. But Griffin Park is something I'll always remember. I wasn't physically at the game, but I was watching the game with every passing minute, and that was a game and a half. That is a game I'll always remember. Absolutely always remember. I remember that last minute goal like it was yesterday. I've got very, very big memories of it. Wembley was a big game for me as well. Just seeing that Hater goal go in the second half, who came from Bournemouth, with the manager. He came in with the manager from Bournemouth, and it was like a joint package, I guess. And we got a brilliant striker in James Hater at the time. And he got the goal that made us beat the sleeping giants Leeds United, who, of course, they're in the Premier League probably next season, so congratulations Leeds, and Brentford, of course, that are probably going to be on their way along with West Brom. But, that is a memory I'll always remember. Always remember that. So, I've said thank you for the memories, thank you for the next 14 years. What's next for Doncaster Rovers? Well, I really, really think, and I'm not being optimistic, I'm being real with you guys, I think we could have a great few years ahead of us. I still think we're going to create many, many fantastic memories. They've been good, they've been great over these last 14 years, and I've seen fan pages for Doncaster Rovers, and I saw a post on Facebook which said, still waiting for the Andrew Watson as a CUNT posts and things like that. And one of the replies was, those people who say that aren't real fans. And I do say that. Those who don't, those who don't think they did any good for the club aren't real fans. Why? That's just being negative. That's just trying to stir up trouble. They've provided us with so many great memories, and the argument is always the same with Rovers. People are from the outside think, oh, you're not even spending £1 million. You're always spending undisclosed fees and free agency fees, and you're always loaning in loads of players. You're not a big spender. It's because we're sensible. Jesus Christ. It's because we're sensible. It's because we spend in the right place at the right time, and we've got a manager now where he can bring in his plans. We've had a year under this manager now. We've had a full season, one full season, the first season under Darren Moore, and he's got us near the playoffs. It wasn't in the playoffs like Grant McCann, but I don't really care about him. But, he got us near the playoffs. That in itself, I think, to be fair, we only just got into the playoffs under Grant McCann, so it wasn't exactly any different. Because we only just got in, we only had to confirm it with 3 points, or at least a point on the last day. So it wasn't any different to not getting into it by a couple of games in hand. But I do think that we've got a great manager, we've got a great set of players. Coppinger's on his last season, next season, and I want to see him go on a high. I want to see us get promoted automatically so we can go on a high. And we've got a great morale in the squad. We've got youngsters from the youth academy like Danny Amos, Lewis Jones, Greaves, Hassani, Lirek Hassani, I think it's pronounced. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but I think it's Lirek Hassani. He's a great young defensive midfielder. So we've got loads of young players from our under-23 squad and the under-18s and things like that are really pushing to get into the first team. And Darren Moore will try that. Darren Moore will play youngsters, they will play experienced players, and they'll play it in a formation that works. We're a bit cautious at the back when we pass out from the back sometimes, but we play fluent football. And, we've got one of the defensive clean sheet. I think our defence was like the joint second clean sheet in the league before it stopped. We had a great back four that hardly conceded any goals. If we just improve that goalkeeping position and improve a few other positions here and there, we will be a dominant force in this league, and we will get back to the Championship no matter what. We will get back there, and who knows, maybe in the next decade, our year will be that year when we get into the Premier League. Because I want to lift up this scarf as a Premier League fan. So, realistically, the last thing I want to say is thank you, Watsons. Thank you. You've delivered us 14 years of incredible memories. You've delivered us trophy after trophy, along with the players, the former players, the past managers, the chairman, of course. And, you know, you've lived through John Ryan, you've lived through David Blunt now. So, you know, I think that we're going to be alright. You know, this change up in ownership won't be anything massively negative. It'll be a good thing, because we can then take over from their good memories and boost those memories again. So it's like a positive on positive, but in a way it's kind of sad because they've been there for 14 years. So, you know, this is a great club to be a fan of. You know, if you're a fan of Doncaster Rovers, you know the passion. You know the passion. You know, people say we're the worst fans in the league for atmosphere. To some degree, people say we are, but we've got community spirit, and that's one thing that's always driven us forward. That's one thing that's always given us passion, and it's something that's going to keep giving us passion. So, you know, I think that we're going to be alright. I don't think this is going to be a major negative shake-up at all. I think this is just the ending of one era and moving into another era. So, thank you, Watsons, for 14 years. You've been incredible. Let's look forward now to the next few decades, because I've got a feeling we'll have some great times ahead. So, thank you very much, guys. And the CHALL, please like, comment, subscribe. I've got more videos coming very soon. Goodbye.